Hi, hello, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Thank you guys for tuning in, and today I'll be going through my hat collection. I think hats are the perfect accessory to use to elevate your look, elevate your style, and add some personality to it. I also do think hats can save you from a very bad hair day. If you're just feeling lazy in general, throw on a hat, throw on a beanie, call it a day, you know what I'm saying? I've always been a hat type of person. I've collected many throughout the years. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Starting off with my newest addition to the collection, Arc'teryx Gore-Tex 5-panel. I've never actually owned a 5-panel before, so this is actually my first one ever, and it's also my first ever Gore-Tex item. And you already know if it's Gore-Tex, it's perfect for rainy weather, rainy season, which is kind of coming up. So it's cool seeing water being repelled off the hats. It's pretty interesting to me, and 5 panels, they do sit a little bit different on my head, but I do still think it looks good. Balenciaga Be Different white cap. I got this on sale throughout the holidays. It's definitely my most expensive hat. It was about $300. Do not recommend obviously spending that much, but I've always wanted this hat. Again, being different, being yourself is something I've always pushed for. And whatever you do, I don't know, I don't want to feel like I'm justifying the price, but I feel like Balenciaga makes really good hats. Just the fit of it and the quality. Definitely want to get more when I have the funds for it. Aime Leon Dore Unisphere snapback. Quite a popular hat on TikTok. Not gonna lie, I really do like it a lot. I think it fits perfectly on my head, and it's a snapback. If you were in fashion back then in the 2010s, snapbacks were definitely in all the time. Fits nicely, fits perfect, and I love the colors. I do understand why it is so popular. I think it is a cool and diverse hat that you can use with almost any outfit, so definitely appreciate this one. I like this one a lot. Off-white cap. I got this one off Grailed. I've always wanted this specific hat design. I think it's just really clean, really cool. I'm not too happy with the fit on me, to be honest with you. When I put it on, it doesn't really sit too well, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's just a feeling I have when I wear it. But I do think it obviously is a really cool hat. Shout out Virgil Abloh, of course, one of the greatest fashion designers of the modern generation, I would say. Rest in peace. Still a big fan of Off-White. Beige Cafe Leon Dore hats. Obviously it is from ALD themselves. I am a pretty big fan of them, as you can probably tell. I really like their overall brand aesthetic, and the fact that they have a cafe, I think is so cool. I am a big caffeine fiend. I drink 3 cups a day. It's not too good. I really like the simplicity of it. I'm kind of on a quest to find other cafe type fashion house hats. The only one that really comes to mind to me right now is Cafe Kitsune, Mason Kitsune, by the way. The fit of this one is not too crazy on my head. I wish it was a little bit smaller and more of like a dad hat. I don't know, the overall structure of the hat is not as small as I intended it to be when I ordered it, but regardless, a really cool hat. Shout out ALD. Stone Island black on black hats. Because it is nylon, it is quite breathable, and I do like the subtlety of the black on black. It does have a string on the back, so you can adjust it that way. Probably my most worn black hat to date, because again, the simplicity, the subtlety. You don't have to always be super loud with the brands, right? I showed this hat in my $10 vintage haul video, and again, don't judge me, guys. I just think this hat is pretty hilarious, but also looks pretty cool. It's a Viagra NASCAR racing car hat. Pretty sick in my opinion. I'm probably not gonna be wearing this one too often. I think there's a time and a place for this one, but overall, I think it's still a pretty cool and sick hat. This next hat I also got thrifting as well. It says Dream Team on it. Dreams come true. Again, big sucker for these type of hats that are mainly just motivational and share positivity. Very simple. Blue is my favorite color, so vintage Bugs Bunny and Tweety Bird snapback. If I recall correctly, this is probably my first vintage hat ever. I did remember buying this back in my hometown at a curated vintage shop, and I think I got it for about $25, so can't really beat that price. On the back, the snapback is kind of damaged, so there's definitely some wear and tear in this. Overall, it still functions, so I'll definitely still wear it when I can. Pretty nice, pretty cool for pop culture, right? So vintage Toronto Blue Jays dad cap. This cap has been absolutely worn into the fucking ground. I let my friend borrow this for like a week, and then I swear it returned hella stained and hella damaged. So I mean, it's hella beat anyway. It's vintage, right? So I guess I'm not really gonna complain too much about it, but the fit of it is absolutely perfect in terms of dad caps. So, okay, so it's time to go through my beanies, and beanies are honestly my uniform nowadays. It doesn't really matter what season it is, I'm always going to be wearing a beanie. And the first one I'm going to show is definitely my most worn beanie all time. It's a gray Vans beanie. You obviously can't really see the Vans. I kind of folded it up, that way it can like fit perfectly like a fisherman beanie. If you don't wear beanies, I definitely think you should give it a try. I think it just adds so much simplicity, so much swag to your fit. So give it a try if you haven't tried beanies yet. Dime Montreal green beanie. Again, fisherman beanie style. It's pretty fire. It's one of my favorites. I think I only got it for about 40 bucks or 45 bucks back then, which was like about 6 or 7 years ago. Love the fit of this one. The quality is pretty thick as well. Shout out Dime Montreal. I know that brand is kind of popping off lately, so the newest addition to my beanie collection is this Pada beanie. I really like the lettering on it. Kind of reminds me of GTA San Andreas. The fit of it is actually pretty good, despite a beanie coming with like these like folds. I always find that these beanies don't really fit too well on my head, but this one does fit pretty well. And I only got this for about 30 bucks, which is like a pretty steal of a price. So CP Company Fisherman beanie. This one is a pretty cool beanie in my opinion. I think CP Company has been quite popping off lately as well. If you're not really too aware of CP Company, they are the parent company of Stone Island. Unfortunately, this beanie doesn't really fit too well on my head. It's very small. It's not really too comfortable. So I think I might have to sell this. I'm not so sure. Or maybe I have to like just wear it in, but because I did get this off Grailed, so I was hoping it was gonna fit like my other fisherman beanies, but unfortunately it's not the case. But I did wear this in a recent Instagram photo, which I think turned out pretty well. It was like in the winter, right? So Hint Lab beanie. Again, I've already talked about these guys on my channel, but shout out all those guys that run Hint. This hat fits very similar to the Arc'teryx beanies. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but I know the hat doesn't really fit too well on my head. These type of hats, they fit pretty well on everyone else that I see, but on me it kind of feels a little awkward, to me at least. But regardless, pretty cool beanie. Again, shout out those guys at Hint. Beige Cos beanie. It's pretty thick and fits well on my head. I always try to get a wide range of colors when it comes to beanies, especially if they're plain. That way you can always mix and match with your outfits, right? This one is 100% wool, so it is pretty cozy. The quality is definitely there. I do think Cos is a pretty good company that sells pretty good quality clothes as well, so definitely check them out. And then these last two beanies, nothing too special. They're just plain fisherman beanies. That is the keyword, by the way, fisherman. If you're trying to find these ones that are like pretty short, that sit like above your ears. Again, I think it's really good to have just plain beanies. That way you're not just going crazy with all the logos in your outfits, right? I don't really remember where I got these from because it's been so long. It might have been Urban Outfitters or a vintage store in Toronto. But regardless, fisherman beanies are definitely an essential when it comes to hats. So I do want to end off the video with the hat that started it all, and that is the Hundreds Atom Bomb snapback. I first stumbled upon streetwear and fashion through Tumblr, and I remember seeing this Atom Bomb logo while surfing on it, and I thought it was pretty sick. You know, I was like grade 10 back then, and I just got so obsessed with the brand, and then that brand obviously led to other streetwear brands as well, but mainly skater brands, right? Like Diamond Supply Co., Obey, all those other brands as well. Those brands definitely paved the way for me and how I initially got into fashion and to being the person I am today, right? So had to shout out the Hundreds. Brand is still pretty cool. I'm not really too caught up with their current stuff, but had to shout out the OG brand that got me to where I am today. So thank you guys for tuning in to the end of the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Hats continue to be an accessory that I will always be an advocate for. You can never have enough hats, which is, you know, not too great for the wallet, but it's all good. We keep grinding, we keep building. So please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you guys are enjoying the fashion content. I certainly am, and interacting with the video will definitely help me gauge what you guys like, what you guys don't like. There's definitely more fashion content on the way. Thank you guys for tuning in once again, and until next time, take care. Peace.